he's thrown in all these years is quite remarkable, especially with as aggressive as he is and, pushing it down the field, and what a great, passer he is, pure passer from deep to short. So it is special.
The interceptions, that is pretty insane when you talk about Aaron Rodgers. And Garofalo, I think we're still trying to work on the headroom situation with a lot of these guys in their Zoom press conferences. Philip Rivers getting a little bit better. But in terms of the actual game, which is what we're talking about right now, what do you want to see from the Packers offense?
Let me finish this. I took a bite. I thought we had more time. So let me finish this bite, make sure I don't choke on my granola here.
Jeezy.
But what we've got is Darius Leonard with the Colts, who is scary when he's not motivated. And now he's motivated because Aaron Rodgers went out a couple of weeks ago and he called Fred Warner from the San Francisco 49ers the best linebacker in the game. And Darius Leonard now is using that as it could have been like 1 and 2 or 1 and 1A, whatever it was. Darius Leonard heard like 1 and 32 and thinks he's 32 or something like that. And he's using it as his motivation. Well, now you've got a motivated Leonard on defense. You've also got a really good defense that is disciplined on the back end, and I really think could create some problems for this Green Bay Packers offense, because they're not going to allow for some of those blown coverages that we've seen and certainly saw against the 49ers and Fred Warner's defense. Not that he did it, but when we had receivers running free through the secondary. So this is a really good defense going up against this offense that has been clicking, or was clicking up until last week against the Jaguars. Fascinating matchup for me.
This Colts defense provides such a huge challenge, I think, to the Green Bay Packers. I mean, when you just look at the ranks, 4th scoring defense, 3rd passing defense, 2nd rushing defense, 1st total defense. The last time Rodgers faced a top 3 defense, it was a disaster against Tampa Bay. We saw what happened in that game. Rodgers was sacked 5 times. He had 2 takeaways. The Bucs had 2 takeaways in that game, and they limited Green Bay to 201 total yards and just 10 points. So this is a game that I'm really looking forward to see how the Green Bay Packers respond on offense, and I'm looking forward to Devontae Adams and a little Xavier Rhodes with a NFC North throwback, with Xavier Rhodes playing a lot better now with the Colts, Mike Robb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Jeezy, I said Fred Warner was the best linebacker a few weeks ago, and then Bobby Wagner went out and had 11 tackles against the 49ers and a couple of sacks. Then he texted me, hey, bro, I am the best linebacker in the National Football League. So guys, definitely pay attention to what we're saying up on this show. But when I look at this matchup against the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts, I mean, Philip Rivers is not going to move anywhere. It seems like all of the bad plays that come from Philip Rivers in this Indianapolis Colts offense come when he has to move. And so I look at how the Green Bay Packers are going to blitz Philip Rivers and get Philip Rivers off of his spot. They've been blitzing a lot over the last couple of weeks. Since week 8, they blitzed about 30%. Previous to that, they blitzed only about, 20, 22% or something like that. So if they can get Philip Rivers off the spot, force him to make some bad plays, I think Green Bay and this Green Bay Packer defense will have a great day.
And Rob, I'm looking at this Green Bay defense too, man, because they haven't necessarily shown up when it's time to get physical. Look, we can say all we want about Philip Rivers. I'm probably the #1 critic. Like I've said numerous times, I was in Philip's draft class. I love Philip to death. He will have a gold jacket. But I tell you what, this is all about this Green Bay defense and how they respond to this physical style of football. The Colts offensive line is going to try to run the football. We know that. Philip Rivers is going to take his shots, but ultimately is how does Green Bay respond when they don't get to just rush the passer? They got to stand there, play blocks. Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, I love y'all dudes. I want to see y'all show up in this game.
Yeah, this is a defense that I don't think a lot of people really totally trust yet, because we haven't seen the same type of pass rush that we saw last year from them, and the run defense always seems to be an issue. So we'll see how they are against the Colts tomorrow. The Colts, of course, trying to stay up top in the AFC South. At 6-3, Indy holds the tiebreaker over the Titans, and this week Tennessee travels to Baltimore for the encore of last year's divisional round in the playoffs. Titans won that game, ran all over them. Will this time be any different? Here's Mike Rabel on what impresses him most about that Ravens defense.
It's always huge if we can try to win the turnover margin and obviously take care of the football on our end. It doesn't do you any good if you're getting turnovers but giving it back to them. This is a defense that is very good at it. They got 2 corners that have combined for 7 forced fumbles, which is probably unheard of. It's impressive to watch those guys do it. We'll have to be conscious of where they are when we catch it on them, or if we're running, that they're looking to hammer it out of there.
Ravens tight end Mark Andrews told me I'd be lying to you if I said we weren't looking to exact some revenge in this game coming up against the Titans, Mike Robb. The script says, what will you be looking for with this game? But I know it's going to be my reports on game day morning tomorrow because I've got that game. But then once that's all said and done, the game starts, what will you be looking for?
I'm looking at this Baltimore Ravens defense and exclusively at rookie linebacker Patrick Queen. And it's funny that they're playing a Bill Belichick disciple this week with the Tennessee Titans and Mike Vrabel, because last week Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels, they went directly at Patrick Queen. And of course I have some tape to show you exactly what I'm talking about. If Patrick Queen does not get this remedy, it's going to continue to show up again. Lost in coverage on a back again. This was a tough play. He knew that something was going on, was right there, but just could not find the play. Here on the play action, again, out of a throwing lane, which provides an easy passing window for Cam Newton. And then this happened over and over and over in the run game. Again, right here, a crease to the running back. He gets out of his lane. The running back just replaces him and gets an explosive run. I only showed you guys 3 plays, but literally in every run play that happened when the New England Patriots lined up in the eye, that's who they went at. They went directly at Patrick Quinn. And of course, you have Derrick Henry coming to town tomorrow. He only needs 54 more yards to have his 3rd straight season of 1,000 yards. So again, Patrick Quinn, you have to get these remedied, because at the end of the day, you have another big running back coming right at you. You cannot put that on film another week.
Defensive coordinator Wink Martindale said he talked to Queen this week and said, quote, you either win or you learn in this league. Last week, he did some learning. He also did it early in the season against the Chiefs. Remember, they benched him because the Chiefs were messing with his eyes. And you're right, Mike Robb. Mike Vrabel now following up on a Bill Belichick game. You know that Vrabel knows Belichick and that